Okay, so we're working in columns and we are working from the left-hand side first over here with your Queen of Pentacles, envy, and get some exercise. I haven't seen that one come out very often. So the Queen of Pentacles could be a earth sign person who is around you in life at the moment. She could be someone of kind of mid-age range. She could be a new person coming in, possibly a new romantic type partner, or someone that you go to who you can lean upon for support. The earth sign energies are very good for being a listening ear. They often are quite good with financial advice as well, so they could even be someone who is considering something about money for you one way or another, whether or not they might be something like a great aunt or a distant relative that's got the potential to either help support you in a monetary way or give you advice or lead you in the right direction around finances one way or another. So she's a positive card with finances. If it's not her that's associated with it, then there's the feeling of maybe your finances starting the month off with some sort of boost or a higher degree of thinking about it or energy being put behind your financial aspect of your life. But we do come down to the envy card underneath, and this card has turned out a lot in some of the readings. I think this might be the third or fourth time it has shown up already. So somehow we're getting into the beginning of the year with this sort of looking at what other people have and feeling like we don't have enough of our own, or we wish we had more of something. But the card is essentially telling us to come back and look at what we do have. We often think the grass is greener on the other side, but usually there are issues within that green grass. It's not as good as it looks. There are side effects or hang-ups or problems that we don't initially see when we look through the rose-tinted glasses of envy. But when we have envy, you can be guaranteed you won't get what you actually want, because envy is the total opposite of bringing in positive manifestation. So dropping envy off is very, very important to manifest your own physical health and well-being in this realm that we live in. So some of you may have a little bit of envy towards someone around you that you know with high finances or money. That could be what's going on. It might be a new friend who's come on the scene, or a sister or a brother or a sibling, and you're going, how come they always have such good luck, or how come they're doing so well? If you're envious, well, you'll never get it. So drop it off and let the envy go. And at the same time, they're being quite terse, aren't they? Get some exercise. So what are you all doing, you Librans? Are you sitting at home, not exercising enough? As your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. So have some of you been unable to exercise? Have you been unwell? Or have you been in a situation where you've been in cramped quarters, or like living in an apartment, or living somewhere small, or not able to get out and physically walk, or you haven't been going to the gym? There are many ways to exercise, and it doesn't have to cost money. Walking obviously is the most logical. It's free, and it can be done anywhere really. But for those of you who have a limited ability to actually get out, then you can do your own home exercises. You can do them seated in your office. You can do them leaning against a wall or lying on the floor. There's many things we can do to exercise both our body and also our mind. And I think that's what they're saying too. As your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. So for some of you, this could be exercising your mind in a positive manner. So allowing the free energies of positive manifestation to come in. And they're definitely like getting rid of this one over here. And also getting rid of any anxiety that might have crept in for any reason. But we come to your second column, and it's a really wonderful column here with the Six of Wands and the another six underneath, appreciation, and then the Summer card. So the two sixes could be relevant for you. It might be a good number to pick as a positive number one way or another for the month. The Victory card is the Six of Wands. It means there is success of something in your life. So whether or not you have paid off some sort of or finished a project or completed something, or you've come full circle in something in your life. It feels as though you have made a complete circle and you have had success. Sometimes this card turns up when exam results have come back in, and some of you may have sat like university exams or end of school exams and you've got your results and you've had some successes. So congratulations to those of you who have. For other people, it could be a success within your career. You may have had a job promotion, or you may have been exalted in some way or another and been acknowledged by your peers or your bosses or co-workers. Again, congratulations if that's the case, because that's what that card warrants, having the word congratulations said to you. The appreciation card underneath, I think, just reaffirms that, and it is appreciation of acknowledgement of something that has been done well, performed well, been undertaken and completed and finished. Some of you have got the timing card summer, and it says everything you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. So for those of us in the Southern Hemisphere, that really relates to around about now. So some sort of success or ending of a cycle and completion of something with appreciation is coming your way right now. For others in the Northern Hemisphere, it could already be on its journey and its final completion may be more in the middle of the year. But of course there could be more coming as the year progresses for the Northerners. It could be that you're completing something now and already have your victory, but more could be coming. So great row to ponder upon and to focus on for success and happiness there. We come to this row and we have a 2 up here and we have the 14 here leading to a number 5, but it says caring connections here. And this one is a man with 2 wands, and he has 2, with the 2 of them there is making me think very much about this couple down here. So the 2 of wands often talks about us looking afar, like somewhere out into the distance, and sometimes to another place on the globe, so a different country or a different state. And it's often to do with our careers or our creative energies or the force that fires us up and gives us passion. Now this is often thinking and contemplating about how do I get to where I want to go, so it's talking about the future. But the fact that it's paired up with this caring connections beneath it makes it feel as though there is sort of some relevance of another person or a partnership or a loving partnership that's teaming up to form 2. So whether or not you are thinking of moving or shifting or changing career because of another person in your life, or you're wanting to get a relationship going with someone and actually it could be coming through work, quite a lot of people meet their partners in their jobs or one way or another through their work employment places. So for some of you, this could be coming, new relationships through work places, or something you're passionate about, like your hobbies even, or your creative zone in life. That caring connections is very much like the number 6 major arcana in the tarot card, you know, the love card connection. So it does talk about either relationships that are already there, possibly in the beginning, and forming into a very deep bond that possibly goes on to become like a permanent relationship, such as a marriage or a long-time love. And often it is just between 2 people, and I think we've had that emphasized with this number 2 up here, the 2 partnership thing. And it also can mean that there is new love coming, possibly for some of you, so new connections as well. If you haven't already met this person, you may be meeting them, and it may be, as I say, through some sort of creative or passionate side of your life or a workplace event. And then it says down the bottom, easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything and all the doors will open for you. So this could be the further message here about this relationship. If some of you have really been looking for love and connection in your lives and you've been trying really hard to obtain it or find it or seek for it, they're saying just stop. Just move on back, chillax, relax, let the world come to you because it's going to. And, you know, not very often you get those type of messages because we know that we must always put ourselves out there and start the action. And that's especially what the Magician card often tells us. But in this instance, you're almost being told that some galactic or cosmic force is helping to bring these things about for you without you necessarily having to try too hard. Sometimes when we do push the boundaries too much, we're pushing them when other people aren't ready, when the time zone of the cosmos is not in line. You know, you hear the saying when people say the stars must have been aligned. Well, that's kind of what this message is saying. So just relax a little bit and let things happen naturally in the month of February. And I would say even as we move through the months as the year evolves, because this is the year of death, birth and reincarnation. So an awful lot is going to happen to so many of us. And we will not end the year as we started it. We will be quite different people in many, many ways. So moving to your last column here, and we have the Eight of Swords, and then we have the Angel of Balance, and then we have Express Your Individuality. So the Eight of Swords is often about feeling anxious and anxiety, and it's usually self-fulfilling and self-brought about because we doubt ourselves. We find ourselves in this kind of state of anxiety or fear too often. And again, this is when we inner project upon ourselves. Like if you can take yourself out of your own being and move existentially out and focus on other things. Now it can be other relationships or other people or other projects. It can be nature. It can be spending time outdoors and getting some exercise again. When you do all of these things, anxiety naturally drops. It ebbs away because you don't focus on it. So this card is a little bit about saying, you know, you guys, if you've really wound yourself up into a ball over something tight and you can't find a way out and you've got like, oh my God, I don't know which way to go. It's about calming it down, slowing things down, taking some deep breaths, realizing that there is always more than one way to resolve something. There are usually many ways to skin a cat, as the old saying goes. And the card underneath, this one here, the Angel of Balance, is really talking to you about being calm and seeking some perhaps angelic support one way or another through celestial helpers, whether it's spirit guides or archangels or your own guardian angel. You need to rebalance something within your body, and it could be your nerves. You might be a bit frayed, or it could be that you need to slow down or reassess a certain situation. It could be that you need to rebalance your exercise or your dietary conditions. It could be that you have an addiction to something and you need that rebalancing. But at this point in time, I think it would pay very well to recontemplate some of the zones or directions you're heading in and make sure that you feel comfortable with them. Our warning signs in life are when we are making a decision about whether we change a job or change a house or change a relationship or, a diet or something. If we don't feel inner comfortable, like how you get that sense, your gut sense, and if you just feel like a bit tense, your gut tightens up, you get a little bit nervy, you're not making the right decision. There's something that hasn't been fundamentally ticked off the list. There's something you haven't done to make the process or the choice you're making work for you. So you need to extrapolate it out. You need to find more information out. Is this the right choice? And often when you do all of that, that disappears and you get more balance. At the bottom it does say express your individuality, and it says allow your true self to shine because, hey, you're awesome. And that is a nice card, and I think it does say that our own quirkiness in life and our own manifestations or behaviours or little eccentricities, they are us. They're what make us us as individuals. And so don't be afraid to be you as an individual. You don't have to fit in with the mass millions of people on the planet, or billions rather. Each and every one of us are here for a set specific design pathway in life. And yours is very different to mine, and yours is very different to every other person that you see on the planet. So you usually can't set guidelines of other people's things in life, because that's how we get envy. And that's how we get ourselves on the wrong path. So remember to just celebrate being you. You've got some victory and some celebration and some appreciation up there, and it's telling you to do that again down here.